Let's see what is Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So the mainly Heisenberg uncertainty principle means what he said, it is impossible to determine. Impossible to determine it is impossible to determine simultaneously the uncertainty, simultaneously the exact position, and momentum or velocity of microscopic particles like electrons in an atom. Is called Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So what he said, according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle means it is impossible to determine the exact position. It is impossible to determine the exact position. Impossible. Impossible. It is impossible to determine simultaneously. Simultaneously means one after another. That what we cannot determine, what it is impossible to determine the exact position and momentum or velocity of microscopic particles like electrons in an atom is very impossible. He said is known as Heisenberg uncertainty principle. According to Heisenberg, he proposed one formula. That formula is, according to Heisenberg, the uncertainty in the position and the uncertainty in the momentum, the product of uncertainty in the position and uncertainty in the momentum. Delta x means uncertainty in the position. Delta m means uncertainty in the momentum. The product of uncertainty in the position and uncertainty in the momentum is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. Greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. He proposed that formula. So according to Heisenberg, the product of uncertainty in the position and uncertainty in the momentum is always greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. That is Heisenberg equation. This equation is very important. By using this equation, we can calculate the uncertainty in the position as well as uncertainty in the momentum or uncertainty in the velocity. We can calculate. We know that m is equals to uncertainty in the momentum delta x and delta p delta p is called uncertainty in the momentum. Already p means momentum. We are using that word in a de Broglie's wave equation. Lambda is equals to h by p. So P is equals to m into v, mass into velocity. Then delta P is equals to m, mass is constant, that's why m into delta v. So this delta P place we can substitute that m into delta v formula. Therefore delta x into m into delta v is equals to, is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. Now this delta x into delta v means uncertainty in the position, the product of uncertainty in the position and uncertainty in the velocity is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi m. H by 4 pi m. This is another equation, ma. So in this equation we are calculating uncertainty in the velocity, because the P means the momentum is equals to the product of mass and velocity of microscopic particles. So delta P means uncertainty in the momentum is equals to mass is constant, that's why there is no uncertainty in the mass. M into delta V, velocity is uncertain, means velocity we cannot calculate exactly. That's why in the delta V place, just I used m into delta V, then the formula becomes delta x into delta V greater than or equal to h by 4 pi m, where m equals to mass of microscopic particles or mass of electrons. Whatever it may be, whatever the microscopic particle they are giving, that mass. Okay, so this is known as Heisenberg's uncertainty principle and Heisenberg's uncertainty equation. Heisenberg uncertainty equation. So in that, delta x is equal to uncertainty in the position. Delta x is equals to uncertainty in the position. Next, delta p is equals to uncertainty in the momentum. Uncertainty in the momentum. Okay. Next, delta v is equals to uncertainty in the velocity. Uncertainty in the velocity of microscopic particles. H equals to Planck constant. M equals to mass of microscopic particles. See, these are the different words in the above equation. So delta x is equals to uncertainty in the position, delta p is equals to uncertainty in the momentum, and delta v is equals to uncertainty in the velocity of microscopic particles. H is nothing but Planck constant. Planck constant values, two values are there in SI units is 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second, and CGS units are equal to 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 27 erg seconds. Erg seconds. Out of that, in that kgs, in that like mass is present in kgs, then we have to use the H value in joules. The mass is present in grams, then we have to use that H value in erg second. So according to that, those constant values we have to substitute. Then we can calculate either uncertainty in the position or uncertainty in the velocity or uncertainty in the momentum. We can calculate by using these formulas. So Heisenberg uncertainty principle, what is said mainly for in an atom. In an atom, this is atom nucleus. The electrons revolves around the nucleus in a circular orbits are in a circular path. In that those, because electron is microscopic particles, so for that electrons it is impossible to determine exact position as well as exact momentum simultaneously. That is known as uncertainty, Heisenberg uncertainty principle. So we cannot determine the exact position of electron as well as exact momentum of electrons simultaneously. Both we cannot calculate at a time. But the exact positions we can't calculate, but uncertainty position means how much range it is present or how much range it has velocity. That is called uncertainty in the position or uncertainty in the velocity or uncertainty in the momentum. We can calculate based on that. He is given one equation, the product of delta x and delta p is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. While solving these problems, greater than or equal to is present, that's why equal to h by 4 pi we have to use. Okay, let's see one problem. Anybody have doubt regarding this statement and formulas? See here one important conditions are there. That conditions now I'll explain you. From the first equation, so this equation belongs to delta x into delta v is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi m. Now, okay, Nischal, good. Now see conditions. Important two conditions are present. If delta x value is equal to 0, if delta x value is equal to 0 means then delta v is equal to, what is the formula for delta v is equal to h by 4 pi m into delta x. Then this delta x equal to 0 I said means h by 0, any 1 by 0 or is nothing but h by 4 pi m into 0. See, 0 by any 1 equal to 0 we know very well. Any 1 or any some value by 0 means it is called infinity. So what is the delta v value? Delta v value is infinity. When delta x equal to 0, then delta v is equal to infinity. That is the first condition. In the same way, second condition, if delta v is equal to 0, uncertainty in the velocity is 0, then automatically delta x is equal to infinity. Delta x value how much will comes? Infinite will comes. Why? Because 0 by any 1 equal to 0, any 1 value by 0 divided. Denominator coming 0 is coming. That's why that value becomes infinite. So two conditions are very very important. If delta x equal to 0, then delta v is equal to infinite value. If delta v is equal to 0, then delta x is equal to infinite. Okay, so these conditions also very very important in Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Let's see. I'll give you one small problem related to Heisenberg uncertainty principle. The uncertainty in the position of electron in an atom. Uncertain in the position of electron in an atom is how much value they given? 0.1 angstroms. 0.1 angstroms. Find the uncertainty in the velocity. Velocity of electron. So delta V we need to calculate. So for this case, what is the formula, ma? Delta x into delta V is equals to h by 4 pi m. Delta x into delta V is equal to h by 4 pi m. That is the formula, ma. Because in the delta P place, I use delta V because they are not asked uncertain the momentum. If they uncertain the momentum means here I have to take delta P, then it is h by 4 pi only will comes. Now, in that given formula, h value is equal to, you have to take 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. And we know very well 1 joule equals to kg meter square second square inverse. Means in units and measurements in the physics chapter, then one units are converted into another units or dimensions. There you are studying, we are studied. So 1 joule is equal to kg meter square second square per second square inverse, or per second square or second square inverse. Now next, position delta x value, how much they given, ma? 0.1 angstroms. Actually here angstrom units are not there, h value either mass. That's why that angstroms either we have to convert it into centimeters or meters. Joule is SI units, centimeters are CGS units. That's why the angstroms we have to convert into meters in the form of meters. It is nothing but 0.1 into 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters. 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, or 1 angstrom is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. Okay, it is very clear. Now the delta x value is equal to 0.1 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, or 0.1 is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 1. Already 10 to the power of minus 10 is present. We can write that value into 10 to the power of minus 11 also. But after substituting, then we'll do simplification and all. Now initially not required. So just you write the values. Now what we need to calculate, delta V we need to calculate. Pi value we know very well, 22 by 7 or 3.14. M pi is equals to 3.14. M is equals to mass of electron is equals to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs. What is the mass of electron in terms of kgs? 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs. So all values we know that in the delta V only we need to calculate. Therefore, delta V is equals to h by 4 pi m into delta x. Now substitute the values, then 6.625 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. That is what is I am writing kg meter square second per second square. Already here 1 second is there, then second and 1 second will cancel. Second inverse only will comes. So units also very very important. Next 4 into pi value 3.14, and mass of electron is equals to 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kgs. And delta m value how much, ma? Sorry, delta x value 0.1 into 10 to the power of minus 10 is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 11 meters. Let's see this kg and kg units will cancel. 1 meter and meter square, then 1 meter will cancel. What are the units for delta V? Velocity is nothing but meter per seconds. Velocity is nothing but meter per second. Units will come. Finally, after simplification is all. Let's see how to simplify. Here 10 to the power of minus 34 is present, and here 10 to the power of minus 31 is present, and 10 to the power of minus 11 is present. Okay. So simplification and all you have to do your own, but don't do clumsy. It's very easy only. See this minus 31 and minus 11 if you are added, then it is equal to minus 42. This minus 42 is going upside, then it becomes plus 42. Then this minus 34 some value will cancel, then the remaining value will come under 10 to the powers. Then after that 6.625. These values we need to multiply, and after division finally we will get the exact value or approximate value is equals to 5.79 into 10 to the power of 6 meter per second. So that is the uncertainty in the velocity. So exact velocity we are not calculated in the certain range. In that certain range or in the certain distance, the velocity we are calculated, that is called uncertainty of the velocity of electrons in an atom. Okay, so like this Heisenberg uncertainty principle formulas we are using, and we are calculating either uncertainty in the velocity we can calculate, sometimes uncertainty in the position we can calculate, or uncertainty in the momentum also sometimes they are asking. Then the formula is same, and we have to substitute the values and carefully, then we'll get final answer. Okay students, clear? Next. Let's see one more problem I will give you. It's very easy, only just relation. Then tell me the answer properly. First light, energy is 3 times more than second light. More than a second light. And second light wavelength. Second light wavelength is 780 angstrom units. 780 angstrom units. Find the wavelength of first light. See this question. Here energy and wavelength relation we know very well. We know that energy is equal to h nu. Then energy is equal to hc by lambda. From this relation what we are getting? The energy is inversely proportional to wavelength. The energy is inversely proportional to wavelength. If energy is more, if a light radiation is having more energy, obviously its wavelength is very less. If a light having more wavelength, obviously it has a lower energy or lower frequency, because energy is directly proportional to frequency and inversely proportional to wavelength. Inversely proportional to wavelength. Let's see for this what is the relation. Here two light radiations, they are comparing their energies and wavelength. According to this relation, E1 by E2 is equals to lambda 2 by lambda 1. So for this case formula, what is the formula? E1 by E2 is equals to lambda 2 by lambda 1. This is the question for JEE and NEET examination. Or as well as in board examination also they will ask. Yes, ma, bhai, very good. 260 angstrom units will comes. 260 angstrom units. See, for first light, energy E1 equal to first light energy E1 equal to is 3 times of the energy of second light. Means it is 3E2. Okay, the first light E1 is equal to 3E2 and wavelength is equals to lambda 2. That value we need to, sorry, lambda 1. That value we need to calculate. Second light energy is equal to E2. Energy is equal to E2 and wavelength lambda 2 is equals to 780 angstrom units. Just to substitute E1 plus 3E2 by E1. Sorry, E2. Then lambda 2 value how much they given now? 780 by lambda 1. So this will cancel, 3 will comes. 3 is equal to 780 by lambda 1. This lambda 1 is coming to this side, 3 lambda 1, then 3 is a multiplier coming to right side, then it becomes denominator. Then lambda 1 is equals to 780 by 3, then it is equal to 360 angstroms. 260 angstroms, not 360 ma. 260 angstrom units. Yes ma. Okay, clear? Now, so like that, this kind of problems also they are asking in board examination as well as in a JEE and NEET examination. Earlier, Heisenberg uncertainty principle related problems also they are asked earlier previously in NEET and JEE examination. Okay. Let's see one more question. That question also repeating in NEET and JEE examination. It's very easy. Just a small concept. I'll give you one more question, ma'am, related to hydrogen spectral lines. So for hydrogen spectral lines, the wave number is equals to 1 by lambda is equals to RH into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. We know very well that formula. From that formula, for hydrogen spectrum contains 5 series of lines. In any series, the first line, any series, the first line, this is the first line. For example, the first line for Lyman series you take. Lyman series means N1 is equals to 1, N2 is equal to higher energy levels 2, 3, 4. The first line means what it is? First line is nothing but 2 to 1. Means N2 is equals to 2, N1 is equals to 1. That is called first line of Lyman series. So for any series, for Lyman series, first line is 2 to 1. And Balmer series, the first line is 3 to 2. Balmer series, first line is 3 to 2. First line is 3 to 2 because the Balmer series that N1 is equal to always 2 fixed. N2 may be 3, 4, 5. That is the first line is 3 to 2. Okay. For any series, the first line has more wavelength. First line lambda is more and energy is less. And last line means N2 is equals to infinity. For Lyman series, last line N2 is equals to infinity and N1 is equals to 1. This line lambda is very low, wavelength is very low and energy is more. For any series it is applicable, man. So that you have to keep it in your mind. So related that concept, I will give you one problem. Now do that. Calculate the longest wavelength and shortest wavelength. Calculate the longest wavelength and shortest wavelength of hydrogen spectrum. Hydrogen spectrum of Lyman series. See, already now only I said longest wavelength means lowest energy. So the first one is for longest wavelength. Longest wavelength, the transitions longest wavelength, that is first line of Lyman series. Therefore, N2 is equals to 2, N1 is equals to 1. Same way, shortest wavelength lambda is very low, automatic energy is more, means the transition from infinity to 1. That is the shortest wavelength. So we know that lambda, 1 by lambda is equals to RH into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. RH into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. So RH value finally I will substitute. Then RH into 1 by N1, 1 square minus 2 square, 2 whole square. Then RH into 1 by 1 minus 1 by 4. This LCM is 4. Then 4 minus 1 by 4 will come, is nothing but RH into 3 by 4. This is 1 by lambda. Then lambda is equals to what happens, ma? 3 by 4 RH. 3 by 4 RH centimeters. 3 by 4 RH centimeters. And 3 by 4 into lambda RH value 1 lakh 9,677 centimeters. Substitute, then you will simplify, you will get approximately how much will come from 1250.7 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters is nothing but 1 angstrom. Nothing but 1215.7 angstroms. That is the longest wavelength. Now shortest wavelength you have to find out. The shortest wavelength means the N2 is infinity. 1 by infinity value is 0. Then N1 is equals to 1 square. Then 1 by lambda is equals to RH. Then lambda is equals to what, ma?